Imagine a child who has had a tough day at school. They feel anxious and overwhelmed and maybe even a little bit invisible. Now imagine that same child walking into a space filled with bright paints, blank canvases, and the freedom to create whatever is on their heart. That is the power of creative expression. It takes emotions that are bottled up inside and transforms them into something visible, something beautiful, and something healing. I still remember when I was younger, I would use drawing and painting as my safe space. In fact, I still do. If I was upset or overwhelmed, I could put my feelings on paper, even if it was just messy colors. That process helped me to calm down and made my emotions feel less heavy. This isn't just my story. Millions of children use creative outlets as a way to cope, but sadly, not all of them have access to supportive programs. So, my name is Melissa, and today I want to show you why creative expression is not just something extra for children, but is an essential tool for their emotional well being. And I will highlight how programs like art jamming make creativity accessible, fun, and therapeutic. My goal today is simple. I want you to leave here seeing creativity not as a luxury, but as a necessity for healthy child development. Studies have shown that children who engage in regular creative activities experience lower stress and anxiety levels. In fact, according to the American Art Therapy Association, creative expression has been linked to a reduction in cortisol, which is the body's stress hormone. For example, in one study conducted in 2019, children who participated in regular creative art sessions showed a 37% decrease in reported anxiety levels compared to children who did not. That's a massive difference for something as simple as making time for art. Imagine if that kind of relief was built into every school week, the same way maths and science are. When children pick up a paintbrush, they aren't just making art, they're processing emotions that they may not have words for yet. I have personally found art to be a form of therapy. When I sit down to create, I work through emotions like sadness, joy, frustration, anger, excitement. It helps me to breathe, it helps me to reset, and I find balance in me. Now imagine giving children that same outlet, teaching them resilience from an early age. Art is not only about feelings, it's also about thinking. So, research from the National Endowment for the Arts found that students involved in arts programs are 4 times more likely to be recognized for academic achievement. Why? Because art teaches critical thinking and problem solving, but in unique ways. I recently spoke to a teacher who shared how one of her students was struggling with reading, was able to express himself clearly through an art project. Through drawing, he explained a story that he couldn't yet put into words. So that small success built his confidence, and she saw improvements across other subjects too. Art opened the door for his young voice. When a child decides to mix colors or to turn a mistake on their canvas into something new and exciting, they're building confidence, they're building flexibility, and they're building creativity in problem solving. These are life skills that carry over into school, into friendships, and into adulthood. One of my favorite things about art jamming is that it isn't just individual. No, it is communal. Parents, teachers, and children, everyone can all come together to paint, to laugh, and to share. And these shared experiences create positive bonds. According to child development expert Dr. Kenneth Ginsberg, strong family connections and safe environments are the foundations of resilience. Programs like art jamming give families that safe, supportive space where connection happens naturally through joy and creativity. In fact, research from the Journal of Child Development shows that families who participate in creative activities together report higher levels of emotional closeness. It's not about how good the art looks, it's about the shared laughter, the teamwork, and the sense of accomplishment that strengthens those bonds. But here's the truth. If we continue to treat art as an optional extra, many children will keep struggling with those bottled up emotions, stress, and disconnection. We can't afford to wait until later. Children need creativity now. So here's what I'm inviting you to do. Support and advocate for creative programs. Enroll your children. Encourage creativity at home and push schools to treat art as essential, not optional. Every single child deserves a safe, joyful space to express themselves. Together, we can help them grow into confident, resilient, and connected individuals. So, next time you think about creativity, don't just see it as painting or coloring. See it as giving a child the tools to build resilience, confidence, and hope. Every brushstroke is more than art. It's a step forward towards emotional health. So let's make sure that every child gets that chance. Thank you.